These people said, nah, bitches, Lord didn't hit us, but we still staying covered. Did that or they're just tired of seeing people all day. What's up, Riveter Nation? It's Halo the Riveter coming at you once again this lovely morning. It's a great weather outside today. We had a bad rain all week and it's finally cleared up and they brought some lower temperatures. Lower temperatures for us is like 80s. This is coming at you from the great state of Texas, down by the water in the greater Houston area. All right. It's been a great riding morning this morning. I did want to talk about a topic that I have a lot of new subscribers here recently, or newer subscribers. You probably didn't go back and watch my first video, so I'm going to try to make a new introduction for myself. Man, I wouldn't want to go back and try to watch my old videos. They're horrendous. I do want to talk to you guys though about how I learned how to ride and how to be up and riding the streets in about 1 to 2 months. Give or take a few, So for me personally, I took the Harley-Davidson Riding Academy because I decided when I wanted to learn my bike, I wanted to do it the correct way, quote unquote. And to me, that was the best way to go, go in a controlled environment, use someone else's bike in case I dropped it. It was not mine. Just kidding. But yeah, the Harley-Davidson Riding Academy gave me tremendous foundation. And the Riding Academy, you know what? You don't literally just walk on and you are a rider full-fledged by the time you graduate. Hell to the no. If you are, I commend you because you're a hell of a lot better rider than I am or ever will be. During the Riding Academy, there was a ton of frustration. I literally, got on the bike and scared the crap out of myself. I didn't actually scare myself. I just irritated the crap out of myself because I stalled out the bike so many freaking times. It was so annoying. And I was like, man, I'm never gonna get this. But I kind of joined a few Facebook groups under my name, Halo the Riveter, and I've kind of seen a lot of the newer riders, whether it's a woman's Facebook group or just a regular motorcycle or the Houston area, whatever. And a lot of new riders have this problem where their bikes are stalling out or they're dropping their bikes. Now I'm gonna literally knock on wood, thump my head, because I've never dropped a bike. I have come close, but that was literally because I was moving it. I wasn't riding. I wasn't sitting on the bike. I went to move it and then I forgot I didn't put the kickstand down, and so I started to tilt it, and I was like, oh hell no. Look at this, guys, a bunch of bikers. We'll just wave to them. Sometimes they redeem themselves, sometimes they don't. Yeah. All right. They did. So I didn't drop it. It landed on my calf, the front of my calf, and I had a big old bruise for a minute there. It was ridiculous. But yeah, so that's the closest I come to dropping a bike. But a lot of people have frustration, and I see that a lot of people want to stop out of that frustration, and a lot of my videos recently have been geared towards not stopping because I myself had the same frustration. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna give up. It's not even worth it. I'm never gonna be able to ride in the streets. I'm never gonna feel confident. I'm gonna be a danger to myself, be a danger to others. I'm gonna die on this damn thing. Just so many thoughts going through my head. But if you hang up riding, say for about 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks or months, and then you're like, okay, maybe I can do it with a clear head. You know what? Those 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months, weeks, whatever, days are precious lost driving saddle time. You could have been in the saddle getting over your frustrations instead of just giving up in frustration and desperation, or just frustrated, and you could have been learning. And that's the thing. So right now I'm doing my twisties, my turds. That's the thing with me. I find I give myself little goals, and then I build them up to the big goal. So, I give myself one big goal, and then I choose little goals that are going to get me to that big goal. And for those of you who have watched, have been around my channel for a while, this is probably repetitive. Riding with Udi, I'm talking to you. Riding with Udi is a tremendous channel. We kind of started learning together. He lives in PA. Quick introduction for you, Riding with Udi. He lives in PA, and he was unable to get any kind of MSF foundation course, so he's learning off of YouTube. So he has less foundation that I do, and he's riding great down there in PA. Even though I'm going to call you out, bro, your speed limits, man, 35 miles an hour. I'm doing 30 and I'm dying. Where do you even go in this time? Just kidding, just kidding. But yeah, we kind of we're learning how to ride in tandem. So anyways, what I told myself when I first brought my bike home, I was so afraid to take it across the street. I'm fortunate to have a little empty cul-de-sac. There's no houses on this cul-de-sac. It's like a little cul-de-sac, a street cul-de-sac. So it was perfect area for me to learn how to ride. I wasn't going to be disturbing anybody by riding. I was going to be able to take at my pace because I had no fear or anything, no pressure from anybody else. Look, someone else brought their bike. So this is like the nice little spot to just chill. It's beautiful out here. Look at this, guys. It's so gorgeous, right? So yeah, what I had to do is I would have to cross the street to get to that little cul-de-sac for my house. So I didn't want to. I was so afraid because I had stalled the bike out so many times, and I continually stalled the bike out many times. But I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna have to do it. So and my support system, man, kicked my butt. Was like, go ride the damn bike, like go do it. And I did, you know. I went, and what I would do is I would tell myself, okay, today I want to learn not stalling out the bike. So I would make reference points in my mind. You know, there's a crack in the sidewalk there, there's like a gap right there. I want to stop at every one of those points. So I would go in first gear, I would pick up and then stop, you know, bring in my clutch, drop my foot brake, use my foot brake, and then use my handbrake up here, and you know, just do that. Oh, and then from stop, you know, at that line, because I was learning how to stop, you know, the best way, the correct way, and then from stop to go again. And this dude wants to race me on the lawnmower. No, I'm just kidding, guys. And ultimately, just by being repetitive like that, I got over my frustration of stalling the damn bike out so many freaking times. I was able to, you know, because it was repetitive, it became second nature. It was muscle memory to me. Every bike is different. Every friction zone is different. You know, new riders, your friction zone is, you know, when your engine starts to engage, and take you off. You know, take off on the bike. Take the bike off. I don't know. Oh man. You know, doing YouTube, I've learned that I can't spoke correctly on a ton of things. I'm just kidding. So that's what I would do. And then after that, I was like, okay, now I want to learn. I'm going to, and so what I was learning with that, with not stalling the bike, is also properly stopping and going from a stopped point and turning, same thing as well. And then I was like, okay, I want to be, oh goodness, I want to be able to take curves. And so it was perfect because I had the two cul-de-sacs or whatever, and I could just, you know, go around the cul-de-sac and go. And then after that, my bike ran out of gas. So I was like, oh hell, like I have to go on the street to get gas, because from that point on I had only ridden in the neighborhood. I hadn't ridden at all in the streets, like the actual streets with real cars, trucks, SUVs, motorcycles, bikes, walkers. And so I was like, damn it. So I didn't want to, you know, chicken out and just buy a gallon or whatever and then bring it home and fill her up. So I was like, okay. So I woke up early in the morning. I'm talking about like 4 o'clock, people. And I went out and I filled up my gas tank. And by that, I was like, oh man, like riding on the street's not that bad. Then I continually dedicated myself to waking up freaking early before the sun was up and going and riding on this back road that I had found had little to no traffic. And by then I, you know, discovered that I was a lot more confident than I initially gave myself credit for. And now, you know, I'm able to, I'm telling you, it was set in my head. If I was not out of the house by 6 or 7, I was not riding that day, because there's too many cars and I was very fearful, which I should be, because as a new rider, you need to respect the road, you need to respect the bike, most of all. You need to respect yourself. If you know that, you know, your skills are not up to par yet, then don't try to do something that you're not ready for, because at the end of the day, you're just going to hurt the bike, but first and foremost, you're going to hurt yourself and possibly others, you know. So that's what I did. I kind of would take it daily, or not daily, like Saturday and Sunday was my day to go out and ride. And then now, right now, as you guys can tell, I'm working on my twisties, my turns. I was taking these initially at like 5 to 10 miles an hour, and now I'm back up to 20. Even the speed limit on those is 15, I checked. So I'm doing good, you know, into leaning and stuff like that. So you have to give yourselves little goals or big goals, and then make a roadmap to success on how you're going to accomplish those goals. And I guarantee if you stick with it, you will be there. I promise you. But give yourself a great foundation, guys, because at the end of the day, that's what you're going to rely upon, your foundation. And then you slowly build up your confidence. You don't want to be that overconfident motorcyclist who's a freaking asshole on the road and ends up hurting somebody and yourself. Because once your hands and your feet go, I mean, good luck riding a bike ever again. And this feeling of like just being out and riding, yes, I know, like we're burdened down with a lot of gear, you know, because we dress for the slide, not the ride, people. I know that it can be annoying sometimes, but at the end of the day, it's very helpful and conducive for you, you know. At the end of the day, there's cars out there, they have crumple zones. They're basically cages, you know. They hit something and they're pretty much protected, you know, depending on the situation. You literally have your helmet, your jacket, your gloves, your boots, your pants, or your riding pants, and that's it. That's literally it that's going to protect you. You're sitting on a freaking gas tank, an engine with wheels. So you got to think about it, guys. So I promise you, if you don't give up, do not quit, you will get there. And like I said, I know that recently a lot of my videos have been about that, because it is literally what I see is a huge conflict to new riders, is giving up out of frustration. And if you do that, you lose precious saddle time that you could have been riding, that you could have been learning, that you could have offset yourself to be at a greater spot, you know. So don't quit, don't give up. It's worth it. I promise it'll pay off. Okay, don't wave, loser. I'm just kidding. All right, guys, like I said, if you guys like this video, please hit the thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. If you liked this video or me, go ahead and subscribe. And if you want to know when I drop new future videos, mostly I do Freedom Friday. For those of you guys who are patriotic like myself and love America, I try to introduce a new topic every Friday. For now, I will see you guys next time. Hashtag OS Forward Motion is what I preach about on this channel. It's basically just saying, you know, always move forward. Whether you're crawling, whether you're running, whether you're doing anything, as long as it's forward, you will get there. We will ultimately get to our final destination, which is we can ride. So this is Halo the Riveter coming at you once again. Thank you guys so much for your patience and your time. Most of all, your time, because you can't get that back. All right, be a great person. Peace.